One of the best ways of relieving stress and anxiety in your life is to just get out into nature more often. This is something that a lot of people sleep on nowadays because we live in big cities and so many of us are cut off from nature. We kind of think of it as something that's separate to us because it's not something we're surrounded by anymore. I mean, when I'm back in LA, I can tell you I'm surrounded by a concrete jungle. There are tall buildings everywhere, every road is paved, and there's businesses everywhere and apartments and buildings and just there's very little nature. And this creates a lot of stress and anxiety in our lives because of the fact that we're not able to tap into the very thing that we came from. I mean, we evolved to live connected to nature. It's only in pretty recent times, within the last few centuries, that we've been able to kind of exist separately from nature. So we can reduce our stress and anxiety by an immense amount if we're just able to visit nature more often and connect back to our roots. So make sure you take time to actually do this in your own life. I mean, right now I'm here in Colorado visiting my family, and it is insanely beautiful, and it's made me calm down immensely because back in the city, it's difficult to fully decompress from just all the chaos in my everyday life back at home. Because no matter where I really go, even if I go to the coast or the beach or just try to get away from people, there's just always going to be all this sound and distraction and a lot of people everywhere. So if you're able to get out into nature, it kind of allows you to get away from all the chaos for a short period of time. And that's all you really need. If you can do it like once a month, that should help immensely. If you can do it more than that, that's amazing. That will help you out so much. But just make sure you actually take time to do this, because we truly shouldn't be living in these concrete jungles for our entire lives. I mean, I think that that's one of the main reasons why people are so unhappy nowadays. I mean, we look up at the night sky and you can't even see many stars anymore. The stars are just, you can't see them because of all the light pollution. Like, we're losing touch with the universe as well. I mean, out here in Colorado where my parents are, it's such a beautiful place, but beyond that, this is a great area for viewing the night sky because there's very few light pollution, or very little light pollution, should I say. There's a big city off in that direction, but once you get out of it, if you look up, you can see the Milky Way. You can see thousands upon thousands of stars at night. And it's incredible. It's just, when you look up, you can't help but think, holy crap, like, there's more than just me. Like, this, we're these tiny little human creatures on this little planet called Earth in this vast universe. And it can't help but make you wonder if our struggles are really that important. Meaning, not that they're important, should I say, but more, it makes you realize that a lot of our worries don't really matter, or they're kind of insignificant in the long run. It makes you realize that a lot of the things that we stress over back in city life, those things just aren't that important in the grand scheme of things. Like, for instance, when I stress out over my job, I can't help but always think, is it worth it? Because I mean, at some point I plan on working for myself, and so I'm just biding my time until I can do that. But even beyond that, if I weren't planning on that, I would still ask myself if it's worth it, because here I am getting stressed out over a job that would probably replace me in 2 weeks tops. So is it really worth it? But anyway, I'm not trying to make you go through an existential crisis with this video. I'm just saying, make sure you get back into nature as much as possible so that you can kind of figure out what's actually important to you. And there's just something about connecting with nature that allows us to figure that out and to just reduce our stress and anxiety by figuring out what's actually significant in our lives. The things that we should really be paying attention to, like our relationships with other people and the direction we wish to go in life. And then it helps you handle stress from your job or other things that may not actually be all that significant in the grand scheme of things. But you'll never even have those thoughts unless you get out in nature and just look around and become grounded in the beauty that surrounds you. There's just something about it. I really don't know exactly what it is. My theory is that it's just, I mean, we came from nature, right? So there's something in our biology, in the evolution that we underwent, that's still there. Like, we can't fully get rid of that, nor should we want to. And since we're living in cities, we still have that part connected to us. And we've kind of lost touch with it because of the fact that we're living separately from nature. So anyway, my whole point with this video is just make sure to spend time in nature as much as possible, because it will greatly help you reduce stress and anxiety and just figure out what's truly important to you in life. And those are very beneficial things. But anyway, I'll stop rambling here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please like, comment, and share. That's the easiest way you can support me, and I will see you guys in the next video, and hopefully just as beautiful a location as this one. Arrivederci!